I'm Hal Calvin. In this edition, new uses for an old school, a prison primer, and a look at what it takes to be world-class on ice. Because of declining enrollment, 1 in 5 Seattle schools has closed its doors recently, leaving neighborhoods without much of their sense of community. But we found an outstanding example of a new use for an old school. It's in the Phinney Ridge neighborhood, a community that's rallied around its old building. Here's Julie Blacklow with a report.
First off, let's find the ridge known as Phinney Ridge. It's the one just west of Green Lake, between Green Lake and Ballard. Approximately 6,000 Seattle residents share this ridge with hundreds of the region's most exotic animals. Woodland Park Zoo is smack dab in the center of Phinney Ridge and a favorite spot for kids of all ages. And so, although a lot of children came through this neighborhood, not enough lived here to keep this school open. At the end of the 1980 school year, Phinney Ridge residents were forced to watch these schoolhouse doors swing shut. Allen Elementary is actually 2 large schools, one built of bricks, the other of boards. For a year and a half, 40,000 square feet of prime real estate sat vacant on Phinney Ridge. During that time, the residents did not stand still for one moment.
Okay, do we have 3 and 4-year-olds? 3 and 4-year-olds. Go!
The Phinney Ridge Neighborhood Association brought neighbors together in the parks and around planning tables. After defining neighborhood goals, they cornered $200,000 in federal block grant funds. Their purpose, to enhance the quality of their residents' lives.
There's a lot of people in this neighborhood who are just starting to have their families, or their children are a few years old. And it's a good combination because this neighborhood has a lot of seniors and a lot of younger people starting out. And it seems like all of us now are looking for an old-fashioned sense of community.
Those are the words of Ed Medeiros, who left his profession as a cancer research specialist in October to direct the neighborhood center and manage the school properties.
My goal as the director is to bring people in to the community center that will provide services for the community.
From the vantage point of the principal's office, he has watched the old school come back to life. The need for a preschool prompted parents to design a co-op program run by the neighbors. According to Leslie Lauren, it was designed to keep costs down and community participation up.
Before we had Danielle, we really didn't know anybody in the neighborhood, and now with the preschool, we're meeting, dozens of families with kids, and it's a really nice bond. It's nice to walk down the street and to know almost everybody that you walk and meet.
The neighbors we have around the place are really nice people.
2 years ago, longtime resident Tony Ross started a storm window project out of his garage. In December, Tony helped move the project into a permanent workshop in the school.
Okay, good. Next step is to slide the lumber on.
Already, approximately 2,000 storm windows have been placed to protect homes such as Jerry Ferguson's from winter cold and escalating energy costs.
I might mention the 4 here corresponds with the 4 on the card, and this tells you that it's a kitchen window.
Inhale, come up. Bring your feet 5 feet apart, a little bit further. Simultaneously turn your feet out to the east. Look to the east. Draw the eyes toward the back of your head.
The old schoolhouse was particularly appealing to the Lincoln Arts Center because the rents are low, $275 a month, and the rooms spacious, just what Marilyn King needed.
Now we have a room of 850 square feet plus extra storage space, and it would cost us about at least double to get that type of, space commercially. And also, this includes utilities, and oil costs are really high.
Turn your spine to increase the stretch. And when you straighten the arm out, it should be in the same line as your legs and your torso. Inhale, come up.
Ed Madeiros' philosophy is that since they've got plenty of space, the main point is to utilize it.
All kinds of meetings take place in the community, and some of them can afford to pay for space and others of them can't. So we'll work out a flexible kind of arrangement so that those who can afford to pay do, and those who can't afford it will have the space, often in exchange for some work which they'll do around the community here.
This event was a Christmas bazaar put on by the Phinney Neighborhood Center. It took place almost exactly a year and a half from the day the school had closed. 1,200 people came. In many ways, it was a celebration among good neighbors who share a common purpose. It proved there is no limit to ways old schools can look forward to new days.